Good morning, YouTubers. It is Sunday, December 14th, and I have got a quick garden update for you. We're up here in Wisconsin. We have had a very odd beginning of winter. It was very, very cold. It got down to like 12 or 14 degrees, and then now it has warmed up and it's like 50 today. So who knows what that's going to do for our plants long term, but it has presented some special challenges for me doing this first attempt at a winter garden. But I just wanted to give you a quick update so you have some successes and some failures. Before I pop open the hoop house here, I wanted to show you something that I think has led to a little bit of a failure, which is this wood that I used. I really liked the idea of this, but I'm worried that it made it so that it did not get as good of a seal as it might have if I had not used the wood and it just bunched up the plastic around the base. Because of that, I think that I had a little bit of air be able to flow in there. I'll show you. And that might have made it so that we didn't get as good of a seal and we might have lost some heat. I don't know if wind was blowing in there or what, but as you'll see, we've had some successes and failures in here. Other things, the strawberries appear to be doing just fine. I look down here and I'm blown away to still see little new leaves looking like they're sprouting up, even though it has been very, very cold. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and open up the hoop house, and I'll show you what has been working and what has not. Alright, so you can see right away we've had some successes and some failures. More failures, it would appear, than successes, but hey, this was a good first year as a gardener, so I have no complaints. But if you look over here, kale is still chugging along. I wish I had more of it, but that's all I got. This is chicory over here, and it is coming through the freezes just fine, but was planted too late to really be able to eat much. Over here, arugula, which is supposed to be really pretty hardy, is getting pretty beat up. And as you can see, got a little bit of mold growing here, or not mold, but I don't know, green stuff growing, I guess mold maybe. The lettuce got completely wiped out. That got beat up. Bok choy, a lesson for anyone growing bok choy. The roots survived, but the plants, the leafy parts, the tender parts, actually all died in the 14-degree cold. If I had been smart, I would have cut off all the leaves and just left the roots, and then I would have been doing much better. And the new ones actually started to resprout after the cold. So if I had been intelligent, and it just wasn't, quite frankly, wasn't worth trying to dig around and try to save everything. But some of them were starting to send up new shoots, but I think the just rotting dead stuff around them did not help them. Kohlrabi didn't make it either. That got pretty beat up. But amazingly, the spinach is just doing fantastic. I've actually harvested some of the spinach, and I should get out here and harvest some more. It's right as rain. No issues with it at all. Chard got a little bit beat up, but the younger stuff looks like it's actually still doing okay. So we'll see. Like I said, this is my first year doing this, and it's only doing so well. Turnip is still in the ground, but I was just feeling it, and it's feeling a little squishy, so I'm thinking that one's a goner. Brussels sprouts are still forming on here. They are too small to eat at this point. I don't know if we're ever going to get anything off of here, but I had bought this. I had not grown it from seed, so who knows. Maybe I'll pull it off better if I do it from seed next year. And over here, I was very disappointed to see that something got in and ate my carrot. I have these carrots that have been in here, and I don't know how big it was. Not very big. I'll let you see it. But it got eaten by something. I don't wonder if any of these other carrots are... Ooh, here. Yeah, a couple of little carrots in here. I am the worst carrot grower on the planet, so I don't feel bad that my carrots are not being successful, because they never are successful for me. My beets I'm leaving in the ground here, even though they're all busted. Maybe I should try to pull them and eat them. We'll see if they're decent at all. Actually, that feels edible. I might actually... it's a little squishy. Yeah, well, we'll see. So not a huge success, this first attempt here at doing this. Yeah, they're all a little squishy. But, hey, like I said, I had a really successful first year as gardening, so if I'm having a little bit of a crash and burn here with trying a winter garden for the first time, that's alright. So I might clean this up a little bit, and then I'm going to take you inside and show you the one thing that I am very much enjoying, which is the pepper plant that I'm overwintering. So I'll spend a few minutes cleaning this up, then I'll head in and I'll get you seeing the pepper plant. Alright, so real quickly, cleaned out all the dead stuff, kept the stuff that was still kind of hanging on, which is primarily spinach, a Brussels sprout, and some kale, and the chard. But tells me I should be having this bed filled with spinach next year, because I'm blown away that the spinach froze completely solid and thawed out and is doing just fine. So I'm up here in zone 5, and if I can keep this stuff going at 14 degrees, 13 degrees for an extended period of time, I mean, it was a week of weather like that, then I just need more of it. So that's the lesson here, and we'll see how we do next year. But like I said, with everything, don't let a little failure discourage you. Like, I look at these little Brussels sprouts and they're way too small to eat right now, but hey, it's still exciting to be looking at them, and maybe in another year we'll be able to get to a point where we get some that we can actually eat. And if worse comes to worse, who knows? Maybe I'll eat these just to say that I ate them, but not going to be a big meal. Anyway, I'll take you inside and show you the pepper. So here it is, the pepper plant that I'm trying to overwinter. It's been doing really well. It has grown up quite a bit. There are flowers all over it, and more on the way. Sorry for the slightly rough handling here. I'm rotating it every week or so to put a different side towards the window, and the leaves are doing pretty well, and looking like it's doing fine. So I'm just kind of keeping everything as well as I can, and we'll see what we can do. Another thing that I'm attempting to do here is an amaryllis bulb. This was a gift to us. I planted it up, and hopefully we're going to get some nice bloom out of this winter. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted on that as well. I've got a couple little houseplants in here. This is a calanchoe that we started a while ago. I don't know if I'm saying that right, calanchoe, something like that. It's hanging in there barely. I don't know if I can prune this. I might try to prune it back a little bit to make it flower a little bit more compact in a while. And this is our little peace lily over here. And then this was just a gift from somebody. But the real thing that's keeping me going here, I'm excited about the amaryllis, but I'm also really just mostly excited about this pepper plant. This is the thing that really I'm kind of charged up about now. I have to say, if you are ever considering doing this, it's a great thing to do, because it really gives you the idea of spring when the weather is really cold. And that seems to be pretty easy. Just for those of you who haven't seen any of my other videos, I'm not trying to actually get any fruit from this. I'm not trying to get any peppers. I really just want to keep it alive over the winter so I can put it back out in the garden and have it be much more productive much more quickly. So that's the scoop with this guy. Check out my other videos if you're interested. All the best.